My name is Salma Gonzalez. I'm the coordinator of EUniWell Work Package 8, Responsible Research, Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And with me is Professor Juan Antonio Corrales. He's the academic coordinator for this work package. I will present the second call for expressions of interest of the EUniWell Champions Scheme. And after I finish, my colleague Juan will answer any possible questions you may have. I'm going to share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so as I was saying, the EUniWell Champion second call for expressions of interest was launched on March 30, 2026. The objective of this call is to select 11 senior academics interested in taking a 6-month leadership role in disseminating well-being research results and also advancing the EUniWell mission, both within the Alliance and to external audiences, who will act as ambassadors for EUniWell Alliance and help connect our academic communities. Each champion will have a budget up to 15,000 euros to support their activities over a 6-month period of their election between September 2026 and July 2027. So the concept of a champion, we are looking, better said, a EUniWell champion is envisioned as a leading researcher who commits to serve as an ambassador for our alliance to advance well-being and to help define future directions for EUniWell. This person is also interested in taking on a leadership role in advancing the EUniWell well-being focused mission and the EUniWell 2030 strategy framework and strategy questions agenda. The EUniWell champions will promote the values and the objectives of the EUniWell not only within their home institutions, but also throughout border academic communities, associated partners of the Alliance, civil society, policymakers in Europe and beyond. And although the Champions Scheme is focused on well-being, applicants have broad flexibility to design a working plan that fits their field of expertise. And also, in spite of the term of an EUniWell Champions is 6 months, it is anticipated that they will continue as Alliance ambassadors in the future. So the champions also have several responsibilities associated with the role. Here we can see these responsibilities. The first one is developing a 6-month work plan to be undertaken between September 2026 and July 2027. This work plan will advance the EUniWell Wellbeing mission, foster collaboration, and support the strategic ambitions of the Alliance as described, as I said before, in EUniWell 2030. This 6-month working plan can be either continuous or non-continuous. This is a small change that was introduced regarding the first call we had. Okay, if these 6 months are continuous, these 6 months of their choice during this period do not necessarily have to correspond to an academic term, okay? And if they are non-consecutive months, they can be chosen during the academic year from September to July. This work plan that I was describing should include at least one activity per month involving mobility that is focused on well-being research and dissemination. And the activities should contribute to strengthening research and collaboration between universities and other external stakeholders. For example, these activities can be participating in conferences, common publications, professional fairs, discussing the creation of startups, etc. The second responsibility will be participating in the EUniWell Center for Advanced Studies, or CAS, during the period from September 2026 to July 2027. They will participate as members of the scientific committee that designs the activities to be developed, and each of them will also give a keynote lecture on one of the CAS symposia. Finally, we have the participating in alliance-wide activities associated, such as those organized by the EUniWell thematic arenas during the September 2026, July 2027 period. The eligibility criteria for applicants, we're looking for senior researcher profile. That means at least 7 years of experience since completion of the PhD. This is a criteria that was established by the European Council. That must be employed as an academic or a researcher during the entire September 2026, July 2027 period at one of the following EUniWell universities. You have the list here. Have a record of significant research experience, accomplishment, and recognition in a research area within one of the 5 EUniWell thematic arenas that are health and well-being, social equality and well-being, environmental change and well-being, cultural multilingualism and well-being, and teacher education and well-being. And they have to have mobility willingness, meaning that they have to do 1 mobility per month during their 6-month period of their choice. Although up to 2 mobilities can be done online. And this is also a change that was introduced to this new call, that no more than 20% of these mobilities can be done outside the alliance, okay? So regarding the budget, these, I said before, they have to up to 15,000 euros per champion to support the activities. These 15,000 will be managed through their home institution. Funds will be disbursed based upon their local internal regulations and policies that govern eligible expense for grants. And also keep in mind that they have to fit the Erasmus regulation of eligible costs, okay? All queries regarding budgets and eligible expenses should be directed to your local EUniWell office, okay? Also, no, it's fine. Sorry. Regarding the elements included in the proposal, please note that there are also proposal formatting requirements, which I will not detail now, but you can always consult them in the call. Regarding these required elements, we have a short CV, including a list of up to 10 academic products, a cover letter outlining motivation and suitability for the position of a EUniWell champion, a communication and dissemination plan, an action plan that describes the proposed activities as a EUniWell champion and the proposed timeline, a list of bibliographic references in a standard form, budget description that adheres to institutional guidelines, and the name up to 3 reviewers for the application. Please consult the full description of the required elements in the call document. And regarding the evaluation process, the submission of the proposal must be done via email to uniwell.wp8@uc.gov by 5 p.m. on April 29 of this year. I mean, the April 29 is the deadline. Please note that applications that do not fulfill all the requirements will be returned without further review. You can consult the full details of this criteria on the call document, but EUniWell will solicit independent expert evaluation, considering the experts you proposed and other if needed. And the board will consider the experts' evaluation and choose a cohort of champions that will be best advance the EUniWell Wellbeing Agenda, one from each participating EUniWell member institutions, reflecting also gender and arena balance. Also, a brief note on monitoring. Each champion will be expected to submit a final report on the management of the EUniWell Champions Scheme at the conclusion of their term. And during the implementation phase, internal administrative and budgetary monitoring of champions will be, as I said before, responsibility of their home institution. Regarding the timeline, we have, the second call was launched on March 30. As you already know, the info session is taking place today. Deadline for applications, April 29, 2026, 5 p.m. The end of the selection process will be May 22, but please keep in mind that the results will be announced from that date. And the second round will start in September 2026 and will end in July 2027. Now, if you have any questions, I will pass the floor to my colleague, Professor Juan Antonio Corrales, who will solve all your queries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alma. Any questions? Riaki, please go ahead.
So yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. I'm a junior professor at the University of Cologne, and I'm not yet 7 years after my PhD, so only 4. Is this a hard criteria? So can I not apply, or is it just something that will be considered in the application process?
No, it's a hard criteria. It's a requirement. You need to have this experience because we are looking for senior researchers. So in this case, you could not apply, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
We are following consolidator grants criteria. If you take a look, is between now the criteria they get is between 7 years of PhD forward.
Yeah, thank you.
Yameta, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to know if there is a kind of template for the program to be drafted. Now we cannot hear you.
There is no template for the documents because they are quite small. If you see, most of that, they are only 2 pages long to avoid a lot of burden in administrative preparation. So it's a open format. There I recommend you to follow. If you see in the slide, there are the evaluation criteria that should answer the reviewers. So please try to organize the information and please try to show the information that will help the reviewers to give this evaluation criteria. Stefano now. Yes, sorry that now I see that you were first. Go ahead, Stefano.
No problem. Thank you very much. My name is Stefano. I am an associate professor at the University of Florence, and I work on environmental and energy topics. I'm going to make a very basic question. I'm sorry for that. The reason is that I got to know this opportunity only a few days ago and did not have the chance to read all the material. The idea is that I really would like to strengthen an international network and disseminate part of my research with the goal of try to promote also future collaboration on these topics. So the issue is that I do not focus only on one issue. So part of my research is about renewables and renewable energy communities. Other part of my research is about management of natural disaster and assessing the impact of natural disaster. Part of the research can be how to save water, strategies to save water. So different topics. Then the first question is whether I can propose different speeches, different lectures in different university, or whether I have to make only the same type of presentation everywhere. And the second one is I would like to create connection with university that share my research interests. So the question is, how can I select good partners with matching interest in the very broad EUniWell network? Because to me it's interesting to propose to disseminate my research in places where I can find some potential collaboration. It would be quite useless to go to give a speech in a department where nobody works on my same fields.
Thank you, Stefano.
I'm sorry if it was too basic, maybe, but...
No, very interesting questions. Thank you, Stefano, for them. So the first one, if you have different research fields that are directly related with the arenas, as is your case, because all the themes, all the fields you were proposing are fitting quite well in the different arenas of EUniWell. So you can propose all of them. And when you do your of course, in your proposal, you should describe all of them. And later, when you do the presentation in these mobilities, you should talk about all of them to open doors and for collaboration. So I think that there is no problem into having several arenas involved and proposing different subjects related, as is your case in your research. And for the second question, we would like that the EUniWell collaboration fosters and accelerates. So the idea is, of course, try to find stakeholders, collaborators inside the alliance. So I propose you to look for researchers in similar fields, so that could be complementary to your experience to develop in the future collaboration. Like it could be projects, it could be perhaps some teaching experience together. So it could be very broad collaboration inside the alliance, but also outside. As my colleague said, you could choose up to 20% of these mobilities to be outside of the alliance. And of course, then you should look for these people yourself. Okay, so you can use the network you have already, but you can also take a look in the different partners we have in the alliance and look if they are doing things similar to what you want to do, and try to contact them to see if you could go to discuss with them and go ahead. I think that Alma has something to add to my answer. Go ahead, Alma.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you, Stefano, for your question. I will suggest you and the rest of you who are interested in this initiative to contact your local EUniWell office, okay, to let you know about the different opportunities and the different partners within the alliance, because they are more aware of this and they can help you best with this. Especially, I'm assuming, I don't know if you said it, but I'm assuming you are from Florence University. So Florence, as you may know, is leading the arena of environmental change. So I'm pretty sure they will help you the best with this and other questions you may have.
Okay, if I can just conclude. So in the proposal, I have already to specify, like, I want to go to Murcia and give this speech, or can I take it more fluent? Like, I want to go to Murcia and give one of the speeches.
You can do both, but I mean, if you say I want to go to Murcia, at least I mean, we don't need the content, but just to say my speech will be, or my intervention here will be focused on this and this.
Okay.
That will be helpful. But it's kind of up to you what you decide to elaborate this working plan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Juan, you can continue now.
Thank you, Alma. Thank you, Stefano. So now I think Valeria Lingua, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, and thank you for the presentation. I'm full professor at the University of Florence, Department of Architecture, and I work with work package 11. So My question was about how transversal can be the proposal, and so it's quite similar to Stefano's one. Can we, because you asked to specify within which arena can you work with, but can we work with different arenas? Because and can we also, and the other question was very practical, can we add images like graphics or something to explain the project that we have in mind, and does this count into the 2 pages? Because if you put an image, it's a half page, so, or can it be an extra in the proposal?
So for the transversal part, I think that is good idea, and you don't need to be only in one arena. You can be in several arenas and create connection between them. So this would be very interesting, and it would be very appreciated in the proposal, in fact. And later about
and this is also the aim of work packages like 8, 11, the ones that are transversal to the arenas. So
that's it. That's it. Yeah. So our idea is to create connections. So the more arenas, the more possibilities of connections, of course. And later for the limit of pages, I think that the images count in the limit. Isn't it, Alma? I'm not sure about this administrative limitation, but I think that it counts in the in the limit. The only thing that you can do is you see that there is a page of references, okay? A page, no, there is a document, separate document of references, because we know that citations could take a long part. So you can add the figures in this references section where there are no limitation, and name, say, please look at figure 1 in the references section, and like this you can follow the limitation of 2 pages and add figures if you want. But please follow this limitation of 2 pages with text. Okay. And move. I think the way to be sure to align to these 2 pages is to move the figures to these references. You could, of course, include the figures in the main proposal, but in this case, they will take a space in these 2 pages.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically, please straight to the page limitation here. In any case, the format is free, but yes, as Juan said, you can include them, but always keep that in mind. Okay. I don't want to say it like this, but don't go crazy with the numbers and all that, because when there are many pages, it's difficult to concentrate that. So yeah, thank you, but keep that in
another
mind.
question.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Can we
Go ahead.
provide the names of the discussant, of the reviewers? Can be only from my university, or they can be in other university of the Alliance?
They can be of any institution, no? That they are experts in research. So even outside of the Alliance. So the experts you consider who could evaluate well your proposal, and also is very important that they are available. Okay, so please try to discuss with them before, because sometimes you propose reviewers and we contact them and they say that they are not available.
Okay, thank you.
HCC, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, I joined the meeting a bit late, 5 minutes late, and maybe I've missed some information. I have 2 questions, if you allow me to ask them. The first question is, maybe you have already answered it, but I don't think that I found the answer on the call. How many champions, how many ambassadors will be selected? For example, as we are, I think that we are 12 universities. Will there be 12 ambassadors, or how does it work? That's my first question.
Okay, so there will be one ambassador per university. In the list of universities you can see in the webpage of the EUniWell Champions. And so there is one for Cologne, one for Florence, one from Inalco, one from Konstanz. In the case of Linnaeus, there will be two because they could not find one champion in the previous call. So this is why they have two in this new call. There is Nantes, Murcia, Santiago, Semmelweis, and Medical University of Warsaw. So one per university, except for Linnaeus, that there will be two.
And who decides? Is it the university? For example, I'm from Nantes. The University of Nantes will first examine my project and then give an opinion to the whole consortium. How does it work?
So we will contact the reviewers you propose. These reviewers will analyze your proposal according to the evaluation criteria, and these evaluation reports by these external reviewers will be sent to the board. So the board is the executive institution inside the alliance that take decisions. Mainly they are vice rectors of the different universities there, and they will discuss together during one meeting of the board about all these proposals and choose the candidates for all the universities. So it would be a decision with all the universities together in this board.
You have already started to answer my last question, and my last question was about these three reviewers. Do I choose them?
Yes, you should propose these three reviewers, and we will contact them, and then they will provide these reports with their evaluation. Okay. Of course, if we don't get answer from some reviewers, we will look for new reviewers in the same field. But please try to have your reviewers available. It will simplify our work also of evaluation.
I understand. But if I choose them, it means that I know them.
Yes, you could not know them, of course, but we imagine that they should be objective and that they will be expert of your institution, of your field of research.
They don't have to be from my university.
There is Alma indicates to avoid conflict of interest. Okay, so imagine a typical conflict of interest that is your supervisor, okay, or that you are working in the same group, research group, or writing papers together. So avoid conflict of interest with them, of course.
Do they have to be in the alliance, or can they be?
No, they can be outside.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just keep in mind, as I was saying, there's more information regarding the reviewers in the text of the call. Okay, you can find the full text of the call and the frequent asked questions in the EUniWell website. Also, as Juan was pointing out, avoid a conflict of interest with the reviewers. Okay, and also keep in mind that the reviewers that you are proposing are a suggestion. Okay, that means that not all of them have to be contacted, and other reviewers can be contacted. Okay, but yes, as Juan pointed out, if you are going to propose, like, I think there are 3 reviewers, but if you're going to propose them, please let them know, because there will be at least they will be aware if they are contacted that they are needed. Okay. And I don't know if there are more questions or comments.
Thank you for your answers.
Thank you. Any more questions? Any more? Okay.
Not.
Okay, good. So thank you all very much for participating in this info session. I would also like to thank Juan and my other colleagues in EUniWell who have worked on this task and made this new EUniWell call for champions possible. And I would like to encourage all of you who are interested in participating in this year Champion initiative to submit your applications. We are looking forward to receiving them. And you have all the information in the EUniWell website. I will copy the link here just for you to have it for you to have it. We have one more final question. Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
HCC.
Is it me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You raise your hand.
Yeah. Do you have any statistics? For example, how many were submitted last year, and how many were selected? I mean, 11 were selected last year, but how many were submitted? Do you have any idea about that? Thank you.
Yes. No. Last year there were 9, if I'm not wrong, 9 champions. The number of proposals, I'm talking by memory right now because I have the figures, but I think there were 13 proposals, if I'm not wrong. But if you give me a second, I can check it, but I don't remember by heart.
It depends a lot in the institutions. There are
Yes,
institutions with more
of course.
candidates, institutions with less candidates.
Okay, let me give you 1 second and see. "13 applications." 13 applications were received, and
Alliance. In the whole alliance.
yes, from the whole alliance, yes. That means that there are different some institutions participated with more, not participated with more. I'm sorry, I'm constructing this sentence very poorly. This means that not all the institutions had the same number of candidates. That's what I meant. Sorry, I was thinking in Spanish and I made a little mess with the sentence. Sorry. Okay. Also, yeah. You can find all the information here. I'm copy-pasting the EUniWell website for the champions. And in case you have any question regarding this initiative, you can always contact us here in this email. Okay. That is also widely indicated in all the documents of this initiative, but just in case you can have it on hand. Okay, so thank you all very much. We really encourage you to participate in this initiative. We are looking forward to receive all of your applications. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.